What's up? It's your girl Sincere here, and you click on this video because you want to know the tips and tricks to making a highlight video. Alright, so the very first thing that you might want to consider when you're making a highlight video is to know exactly what your client or who you're making this video for wants. Or if you're doing it just for a favor, know what it is you want to accomplish and what it is you want to capture. Events, sometimes it's birthdays, sometimes it's public speaking engagements, sometimes it's other stuff that may, you know, be a factor in how you make this video. There's a public speaking engagement. It's a little bit tricky, at least I found in my last one that I did. With that, it's kind of like it's not a lot going on in public speaking events. So when you have to, when you film, you got to know exactly what you want to capture. So once you establish that, if your client comes to you and she says, I want it to look like everybody's having fun, and you're doing a freaking networking event. So the way you do that, and it's sometimes can be very tricky, the way you do that is, for one, you got to know if there's food there, capture the food. Capture people not eating the food, but capture people like grabbing it, doing that type of stuff. Capture people if they having drinks served, capture the bartender serving the drinks, capture that type of stuff. Dancing at this event, you never know. Capture people dancing, having a good time. If people are sitting around just like talking, if you see one that they're not really having too much of a serious conversation and that's who's talking too much business, go up to them and say, hey, do you mind if I capture a quick video of you guys smiling, laughing, looking like you have fun? Because sometimes people be looking stale face and you don't want to capture people and they raw just like, yeah, you know, talking and just looking like mad at the world. You don't want that, because your client said she wanted the video to look like everybody's having fun. So, and that's generally how event and highlight videos go. You want to make it look like it was amped up, even though it may not have been. So you definitely want to capture those things. If it's a speaking engagement or something where people are speaking there, or they have a speaker that comes in, you definitely want to get the speaker for one, like while she's speaking. Then you also want to get clips of the audience responding to what she's saying. I find it pretty easy, just like something. And then don't be, and this is another thing, do not be afraid to move in front of the audience. If the speaker's up front and you need to get a shot, just like, you know, casually stroll to the side, not next to the speaker, of course, don't make yourself noticeable, but closer to the side in the front where, you know, if it's room, you can just stand there and get a couple of shots and get close-up shots. Get shots where people are really into it, like, damn, that's good, you know, like get shots like that. Don't be afraid of close-ups. Get close-ups. Like, close-ups will be your best friend. Getting close-ups is your best friend. So get close-ups of people pouring wine, get close-up of people smiling, get close-ups of the actual itinerary or whatever program, get close-ups of that, get close-ups of what else? Get close-ups of the food, get close-ups of the if it's a banner outside their event, get close-ups of that. Make sure you capture that. If it's a photo booth, make sure you get people engaging in the photo booth. That is very key. That makes a video look much better. So get the close-ups of like different little things, like different little details that you might find that'd be interesting. Capture them. And now if they say they want interviews, that's another thing. Sometimes the clients suggest interviews, or maybe you feel like, oh, this would be a good interview. It's good to go ahead of time and then ask people, hey, if you say the entire event, do you mind doing an interview? Tell me what you thought about the event, you know, stuff like that. Because a lot of times the clients be liking it. They be liking to have people like say a little saucy sauce about them, like, oh yeah, this event was the bomb, I learned so much. They be loving that. So it's always good to get that like little interview piece. Oh, audio sound bites. Good to get audio sound bites of what the speaker may be saying. So, or if it's the host or whoever throwing the event, they like, thank you guys for coming out, you know, saying something like, or something just like that will motivate or inspire others. It's always good to have that soundbite, and sometimes put that into your edit when you're making a highlight video. It's always good to have. Getting the venue, this is very important. A lot of people forget this, even myself sometimes forget it. Capturing the venue on camera is always a good thing to have, whether it's a picture or it is a video. A lot of times what I like to do, sometimes I forget and I Google it if I already left the event. I'll Google the name of the place and I'll put a picture in and I'll have it, you know, Kim Burns effect on it. So it looked like, oh, okay, you know. So people won't know like this is an event, but where the fuck did it happen at? Like no one knows. So you definitely want to get the event, the venue. Duh, you want to get the event. You definitely want to get the venue. Gotta get the venue. It's always good to get the venue. And not only external, get the internal venue. Get the inside of where everything is taking place. Sometimes it's always good to go a little early so you can get like the inside or the setup or the decorations or whatever it may be, especially if it's a birthday party or if it's a baby shower or something like that. It's definitely good to get the decorations. Any event, get the decorations. Get the room while it's empty. Always, if you can, get the room while it's empty and no one's there. You can get like little details. That's important because a lot of people like to have little details, especially if it's something where people spent money on decor and decorations. Definitely want to get those details. Just like at a wedding reception. Also, when you come to editing, make sure you have the perfect soundtrack because it's always horrible when your music doesn't match your edit and it's just like, ah. So make sure you have the perfect soundtrack, and by soundtrack I mean, you know, find some beats or some instrumentals that fit that event perfectly. Don't put no trap beat on no corporate event. Like, no sis, that's not working. Shoot in slow motion. Slow motion is your friend when it comes to doing highlight videos. It's definitely your friend. So don't be afraid to throw that camera in 60 frames per second and shoot some stuff to, you know, potentially slow down in post. Especially the pouring of wine. Especially people laughing and just like, you know what I'm saying? Those make it look really cool. Or the speaker speaking, like she's like going in like, you need to know that life is great. You need to make sure you have that life is great. You gotta have that popping, you feel me? So that'll make a better highlight video as well. So check out those tips and tricks and let me know how they work out for you. Bye.